Hey guys, this is KotPeepers, just coming to you with a new build. This is the Zuni fire build with pets and fire bats. So I really like this build. It's super fun, and it certainly, gives new light to the game, I suppose. So we're gonna go over a couple of things. Let's go ahead and start with gear. We'll go over the cubes, skills, Paragon points, and the follower. So for equipment, you're going to want to run the Sacred Harvester, so you can get the extra 5 stacks, so a total of 10 stacks of your Soul Harvest, and that's kind of what's going to keep you alive and give you some additional damage. Next is going to be the Short Man's Finger, which you'll also run on like Garg builds because you get 3 little Gargs and they do massive damage. I mean, they hit like trucks. You want to run Tasker and Theo for the pets so that they can get additional attack speed. And if you can, of course, try and get trifecta ones. On the rings, you want crit damage, crit chance, and on the weapon, you definitely want to get percent damage. The shoulders are going to be the Mantles of Channeling, so not only are they going to give you more damage, but they're also going to give you more survivability, and you're going to get damage reduction, 25% damage reduction from all sources basically, so not just physical or not just elemental, so super important. Of course you're going to run Zunis, so on the helm you want to try and get crit chance and then invite and a socket. On the chest, which is the other piece you'll want to run, you'll also want to get invite, and then this is one of the pieces that you can actually roll Garg damage on, so definitely get Garg damage. The shoulders are another piece, so get Garg damage on them as well, but invite and either armor, all res, life percent, whatever you're missing for stats. So if you really think you need that extra toughness, go ahead and get some armor. You're going to get all res from your int, and you're going to have a lot of vite on your gear. I mean, I'm at 1.1 million for life right now, so this you're going to want to definitely get guard damage on both of these two. You're going to wear the witching hour for the belt. Now some people will actually say to wear the belt of transcendence, but honestly you're going to want to run just your Legion of Daggers, just your regular fetish army, because of collision. So there is pet collision, where if you have too many pets and there's too small of an area, of course, just like it sounds like, they run into each other, and then certain ones won't attack. Now Blizzard did fix their hitboxes and stuff, and also gave them a longer handling leash, which means they can go further away. But you want to make sure that you run a round number pretty good. Altogether, I think I have 12, including my follower, and so I mean 12. You have 8 fetishes, which is plenty, and your 3 Gargs are going to do the majority of the damage anyway. So Witching Hour is what I chose because of the crit damage and attack speed, which is also going to get transferred to your pets for the attack speed, so keep that in mind. Zuni's pants are another piece of the Zuni set you're going to wear. Invite, and I went with armor. I felt like I needed more armor, so better to have more toughness. You're going to want Zuni's boots, and on these I actually rolled movement speed, which allows us to free up some of our Paragon points. And then I rolled armor on that, and we'll go over Paragon points later. And then we have Zuni's Mojo, which is the last piece of Zuni's you'll wear, and it's also going to be the last piece out of the 3 that give you not only fetish army damage, but also Garg damage that you can get. Right now I have it at 8% elite damage, but that'll get rolled off to get 15% Garg damage if possible, so it'll contribute to both. The Compass Rose is the other ring that you're going to wear. Again, you want to try and go for, crit chance, crit damage, and invite. and a socket. You definitely want to get a socket on all 3 pieces of your jewelry so you can wear your legendary gems. And you want to wear Lacomba's ornaments for your wrists. This you'll want to get cold damage, crit chance, invite, just like you see on there. And this is going to be massive damage reduction for you. So you're going to get 10 stacks from the Sacred Harvester, which is why you're using it. And in turn, it's going to give you 6% for each of those stacks. So you're going to be able to double your damage reduction of what you would normally get by using the weapon. And it's going to allow you massive damage reduction to be able to do, you know, higher rifts. I would say you could probably do 70, 75. I haven't pushed it with this because this is my secondary build. And it'll be my tertiary build when I actually get all the ancient pieces for fire bats. So here's the Traveler's Pledge, which is the other piece to the Compass Rose. So not only does it give you damage reduction when you need it and start moving around, as you can see down here, I'm also getting additional damage from just standing still, 100% in fact. And with my paper damage being at 2.7 million, it's quite a bit. It doesn't show up. Oh wow. So we get basically 700k from just the 100%. So legendary gems that you're going to want to run and regular gems are going to be the Bane of the Trapped, of course the Enforcer for your pets, and then the Bane of the Stricken for your last one for doing the rifts. The chest is actually, I put int into all of these for all res and more damage. You can of course put in, you know, if you need life or whatever, but I put, of course, a amethyst in my helm for the additional life. So that's kind of how I got up there. Got about 21 million toughness, 2.7 million damage on paper. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out what's in the cube. So I'm running the staff for the fire bats to increase the attack speed because I run vampire bats, and going to get that life on hit, Jaren's Mask for the pets, and Ring of Royal Grandeur so we can get the 6 set bonus of Zunis. And for skills, we're going to run piranhas with pranados. We're going to run fire to basically group up all the creatures so that you can hit them all at once, or your Gargs rather can hit them all at once and basically just explode them. We're going to run fire bats with vampire bats. So because we're not running dogs with leeching beasts, this is going to be our way of healing and staying alive. The staff is going to help with that 100% increased attack speed, and then they cost less. So yeah, I mean, a very good option. Gargs with the cold rune, so the homunculoid rune, which is going to give them cleave so that they can actually do AoE, and that's what's going to allow them to kill all the creatures that are in your pranado all at once. We're going to run Spirit Walk, you know, the staple of any good witch doctor, with Jaunt. We're going to run Soul Harvest with Languish, and Jaunt just gives you that extra second so you can kind of get out of there. It's, you know, it's going to be if you get in a sticky situation and need that extra second to figure out where to go. So Soul Harvest with Languish, going to give you additional armor. Again, you're going to have a bunch of damage reduction and a bunch of toughness to be able to do, you know, 75s, etc. So very good option. Of course, it's going to be the main stat for going with your items that you have, you know, your gear that you're wearing. We're going to use Fetish Army, and we're going to do Legion of Daggers. So normally you would just get 5 fetishes, but this is going to give you an additional 3. So we'll have 8 total. This makes it 11, and then you, of course, you'll have your follower, which will make it 12. So you'll be pretty set for pets. For passive skills, I go with Pierce of the Veil to get additional damage. Graven Justice, which you probably would have noticed. On a lot of these, the secondary skills, I tried to get increased gold and health pickup radius for that reason. So I actually have, I think, an additional 6 for golden pickup rate. Oh no. To golden pickups, only 4, I guess. But every little bit helps. So this is gonna give it 24 yards altogether, and that's gonna be what allows me to cast my Pronado and Soul Harvest a bunch. The rest of the skills, I mean, kind of just hang out there. The pets you don't have to recast too often, so you're okay there. The Confidence Ritual for additional damage, and Midnight Feast for additional damage for your pets. The Confidence Ritual, because of the range of fire bats, you'll be within 20 yards to be able to hit stuff with fire bats. So don't worry about it. 20 yards does sound scary at first, but trust me, you'll notice once you're hitting with your fire bats that it's very easy. Alright, and then we're going to want to go ahead and check out Paragon points. So Paragon points I put in, you know, the 13 that we needed because we had 12 on our boots. So 13 to make 25 total, which is the max movement speed you can have between Paragon points and equipment. I put 10 of it into Vitality just to get a little bit more life, and I got the rest of it into Intelligence for additional damage and all res. Offense is going to be a little tricky, so you should max out crit damage and crit chance, you know, depending upon which one you need more of. And basically these stats should be within 10% of each other. So what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that when you're in your skills here and your stats, these two numbers here, crit chance and crit damage, should be within 10% of each other. So I have 60 crit chance right now. I should have 600 crit damage, or I should have 49 crit chance, 49% crit chance to do optimal damage. You don't necessarily have to have it, but that's what I always try to shoot for. So it's just kind of a rule of thumb with me. But whichever one you're lower on, you can max out first, and then whichever one you did not max out first, that's going to be your second one to max out. Then attack speed, and then cooldown reduction. Last is cooldown reduction. Defense, I go armor, then life, then all res, then life regeneration. And on utilities, we're going to go area damage, life per hit, resource cost reduction, and then gold last. Alright, and then the follower. So I use the Templar. The Templar I use with the Thunder Fury, Oculus Ring, so I can get additional damage. He runs the word, and it's basically goes with the Thunder Fury, so that you can he can stun things more. And he stuns stuff a lot. S of Jorn, excuse me, Johan, or Johan, and it's basically going to be so he can pull things in for you, do more CC, stun things, and then the freezing of deflection shield, so he's going to be able to freeze things again, more CC, more stunning, all done by him. This stun, in fact, between the ring and the sword is actually an AoE, and it'll help you also open doors, you know, in various areas like the halls. For his skills, we did intervene, so that he can, you know, taunt enemies, get them away from you. Additional healing. We did charge, so that he could stun them more, and then we did guardian, so that we get additional healing, so we can stay alive. And then let's go ahead and check out the build kind of real quick. We'll go to the bridge. The bridge is usually pretty good. Oh, actually right here. Alright, so we'll always carry Nemesis bracers around with you as well. So let's drop our pets and see what kind of damage they do. Look at that. They're not even critting and they're doing 71 billion. I mean, this build, they do a lot of damage, and you do too. I mean, you're going to be able to do quite a bit. So, I mean, look at how fast these elites die here. Dead. Oh snap, look at that. What do they got down here? They got 69 billion. That's not even that much, man. You can get 120 billion or so on a lot of your crits. Or 114, I think I saw the other day. Like, oh snap. But yeah, your pets will pretty much do everything. Alrighty, so that's the build. Basically, if you guys have any questions or anything, just put it down in the comments. But this is Zuni Moss's fire build with pets. So thanks for watching, guys. You have a good one.